Hey everyone, welcome back to another N3 video. My name is Alyssa Earl, and today I get to sit down with Assistant Principal Mr. PJ Smith to talk to him about all the questions that we all want the answers to. So Mr. Smith, today my first question for you is, how is the school board dealing with all these changes?
School board has been great. They trust us. They said, we know you'll do what's best. We know you'll do your due diligence. Just know that we have your back. And the last board meeting decided that, we're going to continue to pay our non-certified staff, which would be, custodians, cooks, paraeducators, anybody that's, not salary, they're going to continue to get paid. They've been so supportive, and it's been great.
How many of the postponements and cancellations have been due to the school's decision over the state's decision?
Nearly all of it has been due to the state. We have always had the approach of we want to stay as positive as we can. We don't want to come out and say, we're going to be shut down for this long period of time, because we wanted to hold out hope. When the state comes out and says, here's what's going to happen, then we adjusted.
So since adapting to online school, do you think this will change the way we learn in future years, like next year? Do you think we'll adapt towards more schooling online?
I think this has truly shown how much teachers do. We have heard from numerous kids that love school and kids that hate school that miss it here. Not getting the education that you would sitting in a classroom with a teacher. And as well as I do, school is so much more than just learning curricular information. It's building relationships, learning the hidden curriculum, manners, everything else, how to function in society as a professional.
How is grading going to work for the rest of the year?
It will now be pass-fail for the second semester. This will not hurt nor help your GPA. We'll take all the work you've done in the third quarter, all the new material you're going to learn in the fourth quarter, and it will just be a pass-fail. So you'll get the credits. Four-year colleges, the major colleges, UNL, UNK, all those four-year colleges have come out and said, look, we are going to accept all the pass-fail. As long as they get credit, we're going to accept that. What the online education looks like is so different for each and every student. Like, some students have parents at home that are sitting down with them, helping them learn, doing their best. Some students have great internet. And then on the other end, we have some students that their parents have been laid off, and so they're going to work to try to help make money, and that's first and foremost to them. We have some students who don't have internet right now. So we felt pass-fail was the best option for our kids to alleviate some of the stress of, how's this going to impact my GPA?
The school provides an ACT test for the juniors. So will that test still be an opportunity for students to take at a later date, or are we just ruling it out?
The state basically waived the ACT. It's not mandated for us to give to our juniors this year, because obviously that's nearly impossible right now. And the educational commissioner, what he's trying to do is work with ACT so those juniors will have a free test that they can take. That's not been done yet, but the state education commissioner, he has been working hard on trying to give the juniors that opportunity.
Are you guys still working on postponing things like musical and prom?
Unfortunately, since the governor has basically shut down every school in the state through May 31st, that basically washes away musical. We were able to hold on to musical as long as possible with the hopes of being able to do it sometime in May. The people that own the set and the costumes and all that stuff, along with the rights of the musical, they said we could have through May. That's not possible anymore with schools being shut down through May. So we did our very best to try to hang on to that, because our kids have worked so hard on that musical, and we wanted to give them the opportunity to do that. As far as graduation goes, we are currently working on some scenarios in which we can have a ceremony sometime this summer. Now, we don't know when the restrictions are going to be lifted for our state, so we're looking to possibly have a graduation ceremony sometime in the late summer months, which will give our government and our state hopefully as much time as possible to lift some of these restrictions. Dr. Edwards is going to be in communication with senior parents and our seniors and giving them some voice in this, in a Google form format saying, what would work best for you if we were able to have a graduation ceremony in late summer. As far as prom, once again, we're on the restrictions right now. The whole state is, as far as having large groups. So um, that would probably have to happen in late July. Is that feasible? I don't know.
How far back do you think the school is going to be willing to postpone events like that?
Well, I think graduation, we're going to do everything in our power to try to have a graduation. And you know as well as I do, late July, then school starts early August. So if I were to be honest with you, will we be able to have prom? I don't know.
Just the other day, the NSAA canceled the spring sports season.
The NSA did things right. They held out hope. When the governor came out and said schools are closed through May 31st, well, that's the end of spring sports. I'm sad. I'm sad for every senior in the state that's not going to have the opportunity to compete one last time. Things were taken away from them pretty abruptly, and I'm sad for them. But I think the NSAA did things right by holding out hope.
And there was a petition going around to extend the spring sports season into the summer. But from what I understand, there are some bylaws that prevent this.
There's a lot of bylaws within the NSAA, and whenever you have bylaws and stuff like that have went before legislature, to be put in, you can't shoot from the hip, so to speak. Summertime, you got Legion baseball, you got USA softball, you've got all sorts of club seasons. Honestly, I think you'd have a giant mess on your hands if the NSAA still tried to have spring sports. The summer sports were still trying to go.
How is this affecting the fall sports that begin their conditioning in the summer?
You're looking at the first part of June for all that stuff to happen. Obviously, I don't see the restrictions being lifted in June, especially early June, but no one really has that answer. Fall sports may come around and we may not have all the summer time that we're used to having to prepare, which in one case isn't good, but everybody's going to be in the same boat. I guess I try to look at things on the bright side. Our kids will be extra excited to compete because of this, and our legs and our bodies will be extra fresh.
Some of our teams hold camps during the summer to help fund their team for the year. Do we have any information on if those are going to be postponed or canceled?
Right now, everything's just being postponed. I don't think any coach likes the word cancel. I think we're going to take this one day at a time, and I think we're just going to do our part in flattening the curve. I want all the students to know that the teachers and the administration miss you a lot. You're the heartbeat of the school, and it's been difficult coming to work with no one here. And we're thinking about you. We care for y'all. We're looking forward to seeing you again instead of like this. Stay safe, take care, and I can't wait to get this party started again.